For more than 2 months, Miami has been able to call upon the comforts of home to cure the ills that have most recently plagued them on the road. For nearly 11 weeks, the invincibility established over the course of 17 convincing and at times dramatic home victories fostered a confidence that enabled the Heat to overcome deficits, droughts, and adversity. For the first time in a long time, the Heat's home court was not enough to prevent a loss on Friday to a Memphis team that came in ready from the jump.
The Heat turn it over again. This is a breakout for Rudy Gay. Conley for three. Oh, boy.
Despite the setbacks, Miami remains the league's most daunting home host. Tonight, they look to complete a season sweep against the Pistons in preparation for the challenging tests that lay in the days ahead.
Our identity, unequivocally, is to defend first. And that's what we're built on. That's our foundation. And nobody said that the style of play that we play is easy. To expend that type of effort, that type of concentration and energy, but it is our lifeblood. And that creates so much of our confidence and our rhythm. And when we're able to create some turnovers, get some long rebounds, and turn those into easy opportunities, it sets up the rest of our game, and it turns into a domino effect. Now, offensively, we have to be better, and it's a very similar formula. We are an attack team, and we'd like to get some of those in transition. We'd like to get others off ball movement and drives. We'd like to get them off post-ups. But against the very best defensive teams, you're going to have to work for it. They know that we're an attack team. And that's where you have to be able to execute with precision and have trust and have ball movement, get the second and third options of your offense. We have to do a better job of that.
Jackson. It is time for Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports. Good Friday was less than that for the 17-game home winning streak. The resurrection spirit of Easter Sunday might aid the Heat as they attempt to pass over into another state of completion this evening. The Pistons are in town as the Heat embark on a run of 8 games in the next 12 days, so let's get to it. He missed the first 12 games of the season recovering from that sports hernia, but today he is back, and he was back on the floor early today, 2:30, getting it in, all smiles, working up. He says that ankle is taped up, squared up, and ready to go. The doctors and training staff just wanted to make sure that he could cut, stop, and move, and today Coach Spoelstra made it plain how he's going to work back in the M&M. Gators fans and Heat fans alike can be proud of these guys. Once again, Mike Miller back in and ready to go. Pictures of him working out earlier today to make sure that left ankle is rolling, and there is the best reserve rebounder the association has right now. Udonis Haslem ready to get back on that winning track tonight with your Miami Heat. When we are back.
Your voice, Miller, who missed the season's first 12 games this year, then played in the next 28, but he missed the last 14 with that high left ankle sprain. The good news for Miller in Miami, tonight he's in uniform. He'll play in his first game since the March 10th overtime win against Indiana. Eric Spoelstra said before the game that he planned to ease Miller back in with limited minutes. That was before the thought that Dwayne Wade would miss the game, so Mike Miller likely to get some more meaningful minutes tonight with the absence of D. Wade. It will be good to have Miller back in the lineup, a guy that could make shots and, more importantly, make plays for his teammates and rebound the basketball. Miller has been missed, and now he's back. But no D. Wade. We do have Jason Jackson waiting for the rest of Heat Live from the beautiful studios here at the American Airlines Arena.
By Papa John's continues. Oh, gotta love the facial maturations of Chris Bosh. It's a sight to see. Get ready to go. Speaking of powered forwards, and there's another one. Your co-captain, Udonis Haslem, stretch it down. Thanks to the good people at Cleveland Clinic, Florida, we have your starting lineups. For your Miami Heat, the truth about Ronan. He is the starting center. LeBron, Chris, Shane in for the right ankle hampered Dwayne Wade. As for the Pistons, you see him there, Prince, Maxwell, Monroe, Stuckey, and Knight. Speaking of Mr. Stuckey and he is the focus of the Sunsports.
A beautiful Easter Sunday night here in Miami, Florida, where it's NBA time under the big top of the American Airlines Arena. Inside the Heat's house, LeBron James and company take aim at win number 40 here in game number 55. One exception. Dwayne Wade not playing. He'll sit it out with a sprained right ankle.
Pick up the slack when D. Wade's out, and that's what he usually does, Eric. You mentioned it.
Mike Miller is activated in uniform. Tonight will be his first game after missing the last 14. Shane Battier will start in place of Dwayne Wade tonight. Tonight's tip of the game is being delivered by Papa John's.
James with his signature block coming from behind. That is outstanding. Greg Monroe at 6'11". He's got 3 inches on LeBron.
His 4 games completed drive.
Wilkins hasn't been in that long. He's picked up 3 fouls. LeBron avoids all the blue shirts. Wilkins reaches in. You know, you could get hurt reaching in on him. And great job by LeBron. Obviously, he goes unimpeded to the basket. He's going to come out of your right side of your screen there. And he could have dunked that with his headband.
Boy, does that look like fun. Could you imagine if we could all do that? Very few superhuman on the planet. He's one of them.
I'd have to use Muhammad Ali's line. If I dreamt I could do that, I'd. Derek, I got to tell you, I was proud of the Heat fans the other night. He did not play well against Memphis, but Joel Anthony came off the bench and was outstanding in like a 3 or 4 play sequence at both ends of the floor, and they gave him a standing ovation. The recognition of him working.
Norris Cole takes it away, and that's how the ball game ends. One of the better defensive efforts this year for Miami. They hold the Pistons to 75 points on 37% shooting.
Fans cannot rationalize how you cannot play for as long as you do, then go out and make these shots. Explain it to them.
I mean, I know that I have to go in the game and do this. You know, I'm not preparing to go in there and run pick and rolls and create. I'm expected to come in off the bench ice cold and make shots. And so I'm aggressive when I'm in there. And my teammates appreciate what I do, and I truly appreciate them.
Who got their jobs done.
No doubt. And, you know, and it helps to have maybe, you know, without a doubt, the most talented and most skilled player in the world on your team, and LeBron James. We talked about how he blocks that shot by Monroe there. Later in the game, he was guarding Monroe one-on-one. You know, he starts the game at small forward, but then he's guarding the center of the other team later in the game because of the matchups. That's the versatility that Coach Spoelstra has with LeBron. He finds a lot of different ways to score. He sets up teammates. When he catches the ball in rhythm, he's a good three-point shooter. He can handle the ball against pressure when the Heat are playing without a point guard per se. And then Chris Bosh, the other all-star, having an outstanding game right from the beginning, making a shot right when the game started. When he's making his jump shot, he's drawing the bigs away. He out-rebounded their bigs inside tonight. He had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, four offensive rebounds, 3 putbacks off those 3 of them. He just did a nice job of having a good flow to his game throughout the game, and also on defense, Eric. He stepped down in a lot of those pick and rolls and was good on the help side defense.
So they combined for 48 points.
Sometimes causes fouls on the opponent, but he's a guy that always goes to the boards, always plays hard. Mr. Blue Collar for 9 years with the Heat. There's a reason he's one of the co-captains. Tonight he had those 8 rebounds in 20 minutes. That's an outstanding ratio, and you got to love this man the way he plays.
Well, 2 big games.
These hustle-type plays, whether it's rebounding the basketball, whether it's getting the defensive stops, these guys are doing a lot of the dirty things that it helps to win basketball games. And I thought Turiaf played his best game in a Heat jersey today because he looked for the basket, too. I talked to him after the game in our radio interview, and he said, you know what? LeBron and Dwayne and Chris have told me, don't be afraid to shoot the ball around the basket. And he went after it today. He started the game. He missed his first shot, went right up, rebounded, put it in. And then I thought Shane Battier also was simply outstanding. The way he came out and set the tone in the third quarter really carried through the whole second half. He made things happen, getting these second chance shots. He had 5 assists. Yeah. I mean, this is not a guy used to facilitating, but he understands how to make guys around him better. And what's he doing showing that left-hand jump hook? I didn't know he had that in his arsenal.
That was just for you, by the way.
Yeah, that's right, the left-hander, exactly. But then, you know, we're used to seeing the defensive plays by him. But it was just getting out and doing those dirty work between Turiaf and Shane Battier. Those are championship-type plays that these guys are going to have to be able to do to help out the All-Stars.
Miller is back because Dwayne Wade is out. That's the way it works, okay? You can't have both. Wade out. My man, Eminem, getting ready to go. First quarter, LeBron, you said it, LeBron and Bosh set the tone.
Set the tone. Mid-range game right now, when LeBron is making that mid-range jumper, puts so much pressure on the defense. Tayshaun Prince has got to then get all the way out and guard him, and he can beat people off the dribble. Bosh came right back to the two All-Stars, getting it done. Not only was Bosh able to score, he was rebounding too. And he rebounds well, Jax. It is an outstanding thing for the Miami Heat.
How about young Brandon Knight out of Pinecrest High? 2 years ago, that dude was in high school, and his brother and his father know all about that. And then, Stuckey back in the starting lineup and one. Pistons up at the end of one. Let's go to the second quarter, and it was James Jones time, people. Trifecta, you betcha. First baskets in March 20th. James again, the gunslinger. Let it three, he said gunslinger. LeBron, though, takes it hard in the lane. And I love N1 basketball. He is so strong.
He is. This one, look at him. He had his arm wrapped all the way behind him, still able to finish. And the driving lane's open because of those three-pointers that we just saw from James Jones. The perimeter shots, when they go down, they stretch that defense out and let LeBron knife his way through.
He can clean it up, too. Clean it up, Harris. What are you doing? No? I got your back. Ba-boom. Heat up by 10 at the half. Let's go to the third quarter. Your buddy Torioff right here has it deflected by G Money, but gets it up and it goes in right there. That's how you hustle.
Yeah, the aggression, staying with it, the persistence. We saw that time and again, particularly from this man and from that man, Shane Battier, delivering the Bosh with the crusher.
And then Torioff block leads to our Cleveland Clinic, Florida team play. Chalmers to Bosh to James. He knows the square root of 9 equals 3, even though he didn't go to college. That didn't matter. They taught that at Catholic high school. Simple math. Here's an you see that look right there? And then Battier. Check out this cut. Back door. LeBron always finds it. It's just great vision. And then you got to keep it yourself sometimes. Heat by 15 at the end of 3. Crotty, be with me on this one at the end. All right, fourth quarter. Bosh to his right. To go lefty late. He did. He had 22. Then Bosh, got to get that one. Tip it in. And then back to James Jones. It was a three-party, and we were all invited. If you could taste this right here, it would be three-licious. And then Chalmers going to break it up here to the cup. Shows that he respects Crotty with left hand. James Jones is back, people. And you know what he is? He is simply tremendous. Lefty, the next one is yours. You better have something clever for the three, because James Jones is back.
About 3 sanity right there. 6 triples for the game. I answered your call.
Wade is counting your 3 sanity right there.
Right.
6 of 8 and all. And the Heat fans, they're doing the wave, waving goodbye to Detroit. See ya. Bye, Larry. See you, Coach Hill. See you next year. Oh, my goodness. Did you say 3 sanity?
I did.
I like it, baby. Way to fire some. Thank you, buddy. 98-75, the final. If you want Tango and Cash.
Yeah, I like that.
If you want to watch tonight's game all over again, Thelma and Louise. Yeah. It will air tonight at midnight, noon, right here tomorrow on Sunsports. Next telecast Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's at 6:30. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For E. Reed, the coach, Joe Go, and Kratz, I'm Jax. Thanks for watching. Here's the final take. Happy Easter, everybody.
We run this